Hello, everybody. So today I wasn't necessarily planning on doing a video on something specific. I kind of just wanted to give an update on, where I am, how I'm doing, and kind of in light of everything that's been going on lately. So unless you've been living under a rock, you're aware of the whole COVID-19 pandemic that's been going on for the past however many months, 3, 4 months, I guess from when it started. But yeah, so I just wanted to wish that or say that I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you're staying safe and healthy amongst these crazy times. Things have been very different than most of us have experienced in any time in our lifetime. And it's something that I would have never thought that I would be a part of or witness. And the thing is, it's kind of scared me in a way, and many people, and just knowing that this is real, that this is something that, that this may not be the only time that we go through something like this. I know that for the first few months of kind of how things have been, especially when, my area kind of did the lockdown a few weeks ago. I think it was 2 weeks ago in which we had it in this area, or at least in my county. This still felt like a bit of a movie scenario, in a way. Thinking that something like this could be going on now, and with them telling everyone to kind of stay home, avoid close contact with other people and those sorts of things. So things have been kind of very strange recently. Like I said, it's something that most of us have probably never gone through at any point in time in our lives, and hopefully hopefully it's the last time that we have to go through something like this. But chances are it probably won't be. But at least maybe in those future times, maybe we'll be a little bit more prepared. So I know that in times like this, especially when they're advocating or telling people to, kind of stay at home and distance yourself, and the fact that most everything is closed other than like essential, businesses, essential, areas, grocery stores, hospitals, and things like that, where we can get food and all that. With things being this way, I know a lot of people may struggle, especially mentally, with just that, fact of not being around other people. It's not something that's necessarily bothered me, or I didn't necessarily think that it would. Just knowing that I am a type of person that really generally likes solitude. I usually like to spend a lot of time on my own as it is, and I'm not so big as into going out into crowded areas and things like that. Especially lately, I've been very busy and just haven't had the time or want really to do such things as that. But so I know that a lot of people that can work from home are working from home. My company has done the same thing, and we have been doing this for probably, I think next week will probably be the third week or second. I think it's the third week that my company has told us to do this. Now, I could be wrong. I'm getting the dates all confused now, but so I know that most people who can do that can. A lot of people can't, and that's highly unfortunate because people aren't able to get income, especially those people that have been laid off. I don't fully know the statistics, but there have been thousands of people that have been laid off or are unemployed now. That wasn't the case a few months ago. So those people are probably wondering where they're going to get the funds from. I know that there have been a stimulus package that is supposedly accepted or signed, and it should be going out to homes, I'm guessing, over the next few weeks to months here in the U.S. I'm not really sure how other countries are going about that, but that's what's going on here. So that should provide some sort of help, but I know that in these sorts of times, things are going to be difficult going forward. And one of my fears is just how much of an impact that is going to have on, like our economy, how much of an impact it's going to have on people going forward. Some of the jobs that may not, some of the jobs or some job types that may take a little bit more time to get up to speed, because people are probably going to be a little bit more inclined to, not do those things as they may have done before, at least for a while, just fearing or wondering how long it's going to take, or when is it going to be safe in which we can start kind of, dwelling amongst other people and that sort of thing. So the impact of this is for sure going to be felt further along before, even after, the whole, everything's kind of been opened back up, and jobs are open and that sort of thing. So the impact of this is going to be felt for a while. Like I said, it's very unfortunate for the people who have lost their jobs. I've heard that most companies are saying that they're going to hire them back after this is all over. But, at the same time, well, they've lost perhaps months of income. And then, well, are those jobs fully going to hire the same amount of people? Because, well, they're probably going to be hurting as well, with the loss of business that they've gotten. I think that there's probably packages for businesses as well to kind of help them stay afloat over these few weeks or months, however long this goes on. But, you look at it from a general perspective, and you can kind of see that this impact really is just going to be for a while, and that's going to be highly unfortunate. But like I said, a lot of people are allowed to work from home right now, and that isolation probably gets to a lot of people. For me, like I said, it doesn't necessarily bother me that much because, I have things that, outside of my work, I have things that I want to work on, that I'm working on. And like I said, today I wasn't necessarily planning on doing this video. I've been actually kind of typing up my book pretty much all day. The book that, like I said, I finished this book back in last August, and I just haven't had really the time. And I'm making an excuse here about not having the time to type it up. But I did start school shortly after I finished the book, and actually my school officially, I've completed my program officially last Sunday. So, that's allowed me to have a lot of time back. That's allowed me to have a lot of time to kind of allocate towards these things. So, there's things that I'm still working on, outside of my job that kind of can consume some of my time. So, like I said, it doesn't necessarily bother me that much, but those people who do really draw energy from being around others, being in the crowds, those gatherings and things that they usually go to, those who usually go out on Friday or Saturday nights, for sure it probably has an impact on them because, they can't have those interactions right now because of this. But yeah, like I said, I just want to say, I hope you guys are doing well. I know that a lot of people on my channel are outside of the U.S., Germany, Russia, some places. I hear that Germany is not actually doing as horrible as some other areas. I don't necessarily know why. Maybe you guys can comment on that if that is truly the case. And I just saw some news article a bit ago saying that Russia now is having a spike in, the amount of infected people. So who knows? So yeah, hopefully this passes over sooner than later. I think that, we're going to be feeling the effects of this for a while. This sort of event is going to open most of our eyes. I know that now I've probably been washing my hands and sanitizing more than I ever have, and that's something that I should have been doing anyway, that we all should have been doing anyway. But at this point in time, we're kind of realizing just how important that is. So yeah, things have been interesting. There's probably going to be some benefits that come of this. It's highly unfortunate that an event like this have to happen, and it's highly unfortunate that some of the benefits that we may gain or some of the positives that may come out of this have to come out of such an event. One of the books that I have back there called Tribe, I talked about this in a video in the past, by Sebastian Junger. I think I'm saying his name correctly. He spoke about how usually it's during catastrophic events that, we tend to get a sense of community. We tend to, sort of show our more human or positive human values and helping each other and those sorts of things that, we have to go through, or usually it's when catastrophic events happen that we tend to do those sorts of things. And, like during those times, people feel more connected than they probably ever have. And right now that may be a little bit contrary to that because, we're supposed to be staying away from the crowd. We're supposed to be staying away from people. But, surely when this wave of infections go through, and maybe we have a vaccine, and maybe life can return back to normal, then I think that, at that point in time, we may feel that benefit for quite a while more. To be honest, it's going to be pretty nice to kind of just go out in the crowd or go in a bookstore or something when this all is over, even being as someone, like I said, myself, who kind of likes isolation. But those sorts of things are going to be nice when they do come back. But I just have a feeling that, we'll probably develop a greater sense of appreciation to things, how they were before. And, unfortunately, it had to have come during something like this. So for sure that there are going to be some positive that can come out of this. You have to I always talk about this a lot with finding the positives and the negatives. And that's one of the things, too, that, may be beneficial with helping you get through this, finding the positives, finding, with the time that you have right now, what are some things that you can work on? How can you improve yourself? Maybe this time is going to allow people to kind of spend some more time and reflect on life, and maybe start those hobbies that they wanted to do before. If you want to write a book or write something, maybe with the time that you have now, well, you can start doing that. So think about the positives, and try to take advantage of this time as much as you can. Stay safe, stay healthy, and get through it. I think we'll all eventually get through it. And unfortunately, there will be a lot of deaths. There are already, but it's just the nature of what's going on right now. So yeah, hopefully we can get through this, and we'll be on the other side of it, and life will continue on. So that's all I want to talk about today, guys. Like I said, I'm going to get back to typing this book up. It's taking me a while, mainly because, well, I'm editing it while I'm typing it. So that's just the first wave of editing, and it's probably a good thing that I did write it up. Sometimes I think, why did I write this on paper when I could have had it typed up? But it's probably a good thing, because it's forcing me to kind of go through a first round of editing myself. Which I'll probably, hire someone to do some editing after, that has been completed. But it's forcing me to do that, so that's probably a positive in it. But anyways, like I said, stay safe, guys, stay healthy, and until next time, I'll talk to you later.